Welcome to the Academic Advising Training module focused on advising related policies and procedures related to withdrawal. Recall that most policies can be found in the Policy Library, Student Handbook, and General Bulletin. So as you listen to this module, you may wish to have the Policy Library, Student Handbook, and General Bulletin available. There are three ways that students can withdraw. They can withdraw from a course, they can follow the official procedures to withdraw from the university, or, on occasion, a student may just stop attending without any knowledge on the part of the university. This is called an unofficial withdrawal. Withdrawing from a course requires following the appropriate procedure and is not the same as simply ceasing to participate in a course. If a student decides to drop a course within the first 3 days of the semester or term for a full semester course, or the first 2 days for a sprint course, they can do so via Banner Web. This course will then be deleted from the record. After the first 2 or 3 days, and before 20% of the semester or term has expired, the student can still drop a course, and it will not show up on their record. However, if this action is done after the first 2 to 3 days of the term, the student will need to communicate their desire to drop the course with their instructor. The faculty member will then drop the student via the photo roster at the request of the student or as a result of excessive absences. When a faculty member drops a student via the photo roster, this action generates an email to the student and to the instructor, confirming that the action has been completed. After 20% of the term or semester has ended, but before 60% has been completed, the student may also withdraw from a course by requesting that the instructor complete this action via the photo roster. However, if a student withdraws during this period, a W will appear on the student's transcript. After 60% of the course is complete, the student may not withdraw from a course. In rare situations, and when there are documented extenuating circumstances, the student may petition to be withdrawn from a course after the 60% deadline. Typically, the only time the petition is approved is when there were extraordinary circumstances, such as a family death, that were beyond the student's control. It is also important to note that a faculty member may drop a student from a course due to excessive absence per the General Attendance Policy, Student Handbook 1.9.a. If a student approaches you needing to withdraw from the university, it is important to guide them to follow the official procedure. The student should complete the withdrawal/not returning application, which is available on the One Stop website. If the student withdraws within the first 20% of the term or semester, no grades will be recorded other than sprint courses which have been completed. If the student withdraws after the first 20% and before the last day of the semester or term, a W will be recorded for each course. Again, this excludes completed sprint courses where a grade has already been earned, in which case the earned grade will appear on the record. Also, courses that have not begun will not show on the record. However, courses with a final grade remain on the academic record. In rare cases, a student might withdraw from the university after 60% of the semester or term has passed. When the student withdraws after the 60% mark and then wishes to re-enroll, they will need to submit a petition for re-enrollment via the One Stop website. Petitions are generally only granted in extreme circumstances that were beyond the student's control. Medical leaves of absence will be addressed in a later slide. On occasion, a student may experience a serious medical issue that impedes their ability to meet the expectations of a student. For a medical leave of absence, a student should approach the office of the Dean of Students with verification of a health professional. The student will need to complete a form that can be found on the Student Counseling Services website or the Student Health Services website. The Dean of Students will guide the student through this process. A voluntary medical leave of absence occurs when a student suffers from a physical or medical condition or serious injury. A written request needs to be made to Dean of Students and supported by a health professional. If approved, the student's transcript will indicate officially withdrawn and the date. Note that the student should consult with the Office of Student Financial Assistance to determine whether the leave will affect their financial aid. On rare occasions, you may have some serious concerns about the safety and well-being of a student or about the safety of other students as a result of a student who is exhibiting troubling signs. In that situation, please contact the Dean of Students. The Dean of Students will, on rare occasions, require a student to withdraw because he or she represents significant risk to him or herself or to others. When a student takes a voluntary or involuntary medical leave of absence, the student will need verification from a health professional to re-enroll in the university. The Office of the Dean of Students handles this process. In rare situations, a student will simply cease coming to a class or will not return to campus at the beginning of a term or semester without completing any of the official paperwork. This is called an unofficial withdrawal. Because a student who unofficially withdraws is often in distress or experiencing some difficult challenges, Miami strongly recommends that students who unofficially withdraw see their advisor before they enroll in classes for a subsequent semester or term. Thank you for completing the screencast.